Thank you so much for joining us today. I have Daniel with me, and we're going to be talking about the idea of process discovery today. Now, before I dive into the questions that I've got for you, can you give everybody a real quick introduction?
Sure, thanks, Emma. I'm Daniel Peled, SVP Sales and Channels at Cryon. Been with the company for the last 4.5 years. Before that, various sales management roles at different startups, mainly in the security industry. And, have been leading this process discovery surge over the past 3 years here with Cryon.
Wonderful. So one of the things that I like to do when we're getting started with these interviews is make sure that everybody joining us kind of has a shared definition of what we're talking about. And so I teased that we're going to be talking about the idea of process discovery, but can you give us a definition of what that means and how maybe it is a little bit different than some of the other solutions that we may see?
Sure, it's a great question. So obviously a lot of people, when they hear process discovery, they think of task mining. Well, we see it a bit different. Process discovery, as it sounds, is discovering business processes which are done by employees. So we're not talking about a specific process or a specific area. We're deploying these bots, which sit on the employees' desktops or front computers, and learn what the employees are doing. Then they aggregate the data. If there are similar processes, they combine them into one. If there's variations of the same process, they show the variations and give us basically an understanding of what processes the employees are doing. Once we understand that, we can take those, some of them to automation, some of them just for optimization, some of them just to log in and create a PDD so we can improve them moving forward, and leverage this data that we captured and created to improve our operations.
Great. And so you kind of mentioned this idea of how it's different than task mining, but there's also this industry focus on the idea of process mining and something that's pretty similar to process discovery. Can you share a little bit about how process discovery kind of takes a different approach to finding opportunities?
Sure. So let's explain what process mining means. Process mining means you're connecting the logs of applications into a system that will visualize what's happening there, and from that see the processes that are done. So for process mining, you're tackling a specific process, usually a long company-wide one like order to cash, connecting all the systems that are relevant to that and visualizing it in order to find flaws in the process or areas you can improve. It's not designed for automation. It's not designed to improve this specific work that employees are doing. It's designed to improve the systems that are being done. Some of it are influenced by people, and that's how we can improve and optimize them. When we look at process discovery, we look at what employees are doing. We don't have any integration. We don't have anything we have to plan ahead. We just deploy these bots and see what's happening. And based on that, we find the processes. Now, again, we're generalizing it. In essence, I'll put it in a department and I'll just have a context of where we're putting them in order to improve our findings and the scale of analysis. But generally speaking, we just deploy the bots and see processes come out of it.
Wonderful. And as we take a look at process discovery, can you talk a little bit more about how it helps organizations scale their automation as well as kind of put some effort behind this idea of continuous improvement?
So our goal is to have a process discovery bot per employee. And once we get there, we will always analyze what they're doing. And we always see the processes that are being done and find more and more repetitions that can be automated. So we take that learnings and use it for continuous improvement because we always see what's happening. Even if we automated some of these processes, we see now he's probably assigned to different ones, so these might be automation candidates. But as I mentioned, process discovery is not just for automation. It gives us a visualization of what's happening within our company, within the enterprise. And once we take that data and visualize it as data, we see how many apps are being used concurrently, what URLs are being accessed, what processes are being done, what repetitions are being done, what's the variations, why they're caused. And all of this data allows us to understand what we want to automate, how to prioritize automation, and how to automate end-to-end processes. So we don't automate just the main path or the happy path, but we automate all the variations so we get a much greater impact of automation as we do that.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for giving us a kind of introduction and a taste of process discovery today. And I'd like to encourage everybody who's watching to reach out to folks at Cryon or here at Navient to learn a little bit more about the solution. But thank you so much for joining me today again, Daniel, and have a wonderful day, everyone.
Thanks, Emma. It's been a pleasure.
If you're looking for expert tips on how to get started with your transformation or looking to hone in on your approach, make sure that you subscribe to our channel to catch our weekly Digital Transformation Talk series, where we interview experts from around the world on how to make it happen.